Hello, my name is Evan. A few days ago, today is November 24th, a few days ago I quit working at the fourth largest asset management company in the world, Fidelity Investments, probably the largest primarily active asset manager in the world. We had over 4 trillion in discretionary assets. My team in particular of three, we had over 2.5 billion. Over the years, initially I was a science student, but then my last 2 years of uni I was in finance and economics, and just proud of my time at Fidelity. But over the course of my career so far, I've had so many conversations with not only just stockbrokers and financial planners where they'd have books of $100 million, but then I would also have those conversations with friends, family members who were looking to start investing, but maybe they didn't really know how. They were kind of scared. It was confusing. I'd have conversations with people who are like 30, 40 years old and they've never even dipped their toe in the water. And that just kind of isn't okay to me. Like, I want people to be comfortable with it. I want to provide some free educational material. So I'm gonna make a playlist on YouTube and you can just access it for free. It's purely from an educational standpoint. It's not individualized financial advice, because financial advice does need to be individualized. The situation can get very complicated. Let's say if you're going through an estate settlement or a divorce, or if you're going through incorporation and you're worried about tax efficiency, like there's so many different nuances within those scenarios alone. So it'd be dishonest for me to say that this playlist is financial advice. It's not. It's very general education, and I think partially it's because the people I grew up, like, a lot of them come from disadvantaged backgrounds, and they miss out on all of the opportunity on the table, right? Like this year alone, they could have got 40% off of the S&P 500 alone, which isn't like a remarkable thing to do. Like, that's not like a crazy index that is groundbreaking to invest in. But yeah, like, whereas the people that I'm around now, like, a lot of times they might come from more privileged backgrounds, and that's okay. Like, you don't choose the background you come from. But I kind of just, like, I don't know, like, to me it's in a way evening the playing field, making it so that someone can save up for a house with an FHSA account, or they might not know that they can use their RSP and use the home buyer's plan, essentially taking a loan from their RSP that they have to pay back, but they get to take a loan from themselves to buy a house, or the lifelong learners plan from their RSP if they ever want to go back to school, and again, essentially take a loan from yourself. So all these strategies that you can use. But if you come from certain backgrounds, like, you might just not know that they're available to you, right? And then if you don't invest until you're like 30 or 40, there's so much compounding returns that you just missed out on. So I want that to become available to more people. And also, like, I was on a team in my early 20s of $2.5 billion. We would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on things like entertainment, lunches, dinners, all this stuff over a year. So maybe I'll talk about, like, my personal stories working in the field. Maybe I'll offer some career advice for people trying to go into the field. It is quite lucrative. And there's a lot of interesting stories. So we'll see. But at least initially I'll talk about investment education.